Doesn't matter. I can get a free card here, but could I?
You want?
I could play a free card. What do you think? I'm not stand on 19. Stand. Come on. Stand. Stand our ground. Yeah. Sometimes don't step back and throw the shot. Don't even go forward and throw the shot. Stand your base. Stand your base. It's your the space is your space. Yeah. And meet them. Whatever they throw, whatever they come at you with, meet them with the shot. Yeah.
Is anybody there? Hey, you guys returned. I appreciate that. People that are new, people that are returning, welcome back to the Conference Call Podcast. I did not get canceled. So, if you have not rated and reviewed the show on your podcast platforms, please go do so right now. If you're not following us on Instagram and YouTube, I would appreciate that at the Conference Call Podcast. People, I had an epiphany today, but before I get into that, I would like to talk about something that I have talked about before, but it's kind of crazy how things kind of align when when you notice things are going your way for some reason. My job seems to be working out way better than I ever thought it would. It's working out more in my benefit for my catering barbecue thing I'm starting with my fiance. It is more of a benefit now than ever. I had to, with this new event coming up, I had the stress of buying another barbecue just so I can accommodate the amount of cooking that I'm going to be doing in the future and for this event. Unbeknownst to me, my mother-in-law had chipped in with my fiance and bought me an early Christmas gift, which was a new barbecue. And besides it being a fucking awesome and rad gift to receive one, if you like cooking and you receive a barbecue, you're probably like, why do you need two barbecues? If you like barbecuing a lot, this is the next best thing than customizing a big ass barbecue that you can't wheel around. At least I have these two barbecues where I can do whatever the hell I want. You know, I can put that shit wherever. I can put a barbecue right next to my jacuzzi and grill hot dogs like a piece of shit. And I might do that because I can now. So this second grill, you know, this early Christmas gift from my lovely fiance and my mother-in-law tells me, first off, it relieves a huge stress, which I want to tell the women audience out there, if you are listening, don't take this the wrong way, because this is the only thing this is the only way I can possibly say it. When you relieve any type of stress or anxiety from your significant other, your man, or even your partner, if you are dating a woman, if you are gay and you are dating a woman, if you relieve any stress, I'm assuming that must feel, if you have a lot of anxiety about something and you relieve that stress, not just like physically or sexually, all of it. Don't think, you fucking dirty fucks. I know exactly what you were thinking, and I'm not thinking about that. If you relieve any type of anxiety, especially for me, that's like, I want to go out and like build a garden for my fiance. I want to go to my mother-in-law's house and fucking do what, you know, cut her lawn and fucking do whatever she wants me to do. It's just like the stress of that I had on getting all this together and be completely clear-minded was a big weight on my shoulder. And now that it's not, I can't tell you how incredible it feels. And that things are flowing in my direction. Like I said, my job is working in my direction. This anxiety and stress has now been relieved. this is, it's, I don't know if I'm attracting positivity and good vibes or whatever, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing right now. Cause it seems to be working. And until I do get banned, life's rocking right now. It's feeling good. But that was the one thing that I like kind of stepped into when I came back from work. My day was good at my day job. Came home. I get home fairly early before my wife has to go to work at night. And I get home. She takes off, and she's here for a little bit. Then when she takes off, I started going down a rabbit hole. I just put on like some YouTube algorithm music section, and I started hearing and seeing a lot of 2004 to 2006 post-hardcore music. And I stumbled upon Silverstein, which I really enjoyed their first couple albums. It was one of my personal favorites. But then I started seeing Story of the Year and Seosen. And if you don't know, post-hardcore is like it's like emo, screamo, pop, My Chemical Romance, like catchy riffs and hardcore breakdowns all mixed up into one. And I was listening to these two, and I'll give you an example. So this is Seosen Come Close from their live DVD. So I'm not using their, whatever. I don't own any of this music because I'm fucking talking about it right now. So there we go. So I was listening to them because this album, their self-titled album, good God, I'm so sorry I butchered the shit out of that one. This came out in 2006. And I remember when this album came out because most of the track, I can honestly say for me personally, this album I can listen to from beginning to end without skipping a track and repeat it at least once or twice. Because there's sometimes when you're driving and stuff like that, you kind of just get lost into it because first off, if it's good music, even in the background, the ambiance, if it's kicking ass, right on, I can just let that thing go. It's just such great music from really good melodies, really good vocal melodies, and the lyrics just hit home. And for somebody personally, for me, that doesn't listen to lyrics at all, this album hits home in so many ways. When I was just fresh out of high school, I had a kid really early, right out of high school, and this album drops and I'm just like, oh my God, the feels. And I was playing in a group around, that didn't even come out by then. I know Silverstein came out prior to that, so I know me and JD would what is it? Their song, damn it, what is that song called? Damn it. I should have had this up, and I'm sorry about this. Silverstein, Smile in Your Sleep. Okay. So when Smile in Your Sleep came out, me and JD he would rip that song apart. It's like, it's just too simple. It's too simple. But for me, I like just catchy riffs. I don't need really hard, complicated stuff. There's only a handful of artists out there or bands that catch my attention when it comes down to like prog math rock. And if you guys don't know what that is, progressive rock, or math rock, which is really like off timings. There's really a handful of artists out there that can catch my attention that do it well. Two of them I've talked about in the previous Useless Information podcast. Pliny, Polyphia. Listen to just those two. Pliny's a little bit easier on the ears than Polyphia sometimes, because Polyphia can just go absolutely nuts on the guitars. So I started listening. So this album hit home like no other. It's probably like one of my top 5 albums of all time when it comes down to the Seosin's subtitle album. So I started listening to that, and then once you get done with one song, it gives you just scroll down and you just see suggestions. Well, what popped up after that just really struck home. If you guys are not familiar with Story of the Year, Page Avenue was like the cream of the crop for fucking Dickie shorts and baseball, socks and Vans shoes. It was like the epitome of like like Orange County fucking Chawville. But their music was so incredible. I mean, incredible. To this day, I can listen to that album. This one, I can skip a few songs, which kind of sucks because the majority of the album's great. Nothing like Seosin. But this is them live from the Pepsi Center. I believe this was like 2004 or 5 at the Hard Rock. Check this out.
For a second I wish the tide would swallow every inch of the city.
Every time I hear or I watch this live taping, this is back in a time where you see a Nokia phone in the back with no photography available, and this whole crowd has no phones at all. So this is, it was just like such a great time to be alive. I know I've talked about it before, but it's such a reminder of what we probably should be doing now. What people should be doing now if you're an artist or a comedian. It's just like make people put their phones inside their fucking inside the pockets with the lock on them, and then get it later, or be able to open it up later from security. You should be able to do that, because just be in the fucking moment. Anyways, so watching this live DVD and just hearing all the old songs back and forth gave me the fucking biggest light bulb ever. I've been talking about doing this one and done album forever. And ultimately what it comes down to is that I was like, I want to do variety. I want to do whatever, all this different type of music, from reggae to rock, to metal, to death metal, to hip hop, whatever the fuck I wanted to do. I just wanted to be able to do it. But I'm starting to realize that playing all those different types of music, I'm no fucking Prince. I don't have the skills to do that. But I do love Seosin's subtitle album and Story of the Year's Page Avenue. So light bulb goes instantly off, and I go, there it is. I'm going to mesh those two together, and I'm going to create my one and done album. It's something that has been giving me writer's block forever, but I have a fucking game plan. And the game plan is I am going to learn those two albums. I'm going to learn my favorite songs off of those albums religiously. I'm going to learn them to the T, both rhythm and lead guitar. I'm going to learn how they write. What is their mindset when it comes down to these songs? So when I start writing my own shit, hopefully I will come up with ideas based off of one of my two favorite albums of all time. Another thing too, eventually I would like to sing on one of my songs. And you're probably like, you probably shouldn't do that. Have you listened to this podcast? Are you listening to headphones right now? Are you listening to yourself, dude? People, I know I sound like this. I truly understand that. But I'm motivating myself to stop doing all the inappropriate shit I do in the background that I don't talk about that damage my vocal cords and all the rest of the shit in my body. So I'm trying to prevent that from happening, and I'm using this album as my fucking excuse. So shut the fuck up and just let me sound like I'm being productive. So yes, I'm going to stop doing all the inappropriate shit outside of this podcast to help the creativity part. I'm going to start going on walks and runs so I can get some fucking sun in my life, some vitamin D. Because I'm starting to realize that being indoors all the time and then driving, just going outside for a little bit to get to my car to drive home to get into my house and that's it and call it a day is not good for me. It's truly not. There's some days, like right now, I'm happy as can be. And there's multiple reasons why things are going that way. You heard about the barbecue situation. I'm on cloud 9 because of that. I can't even express. I don't want to take a whole podcast expressing the love and affection I have for these people that just show so much gratitude and appreciation and so much support for me. I'll do it. I'll do it at the end of the year. But over the weekend, I was watching UFC and watching Alex Pereira just butcher Khalil Roundtree's fucking face for not even, you can't even say for 4 rounds because that's when it was stopped. He was beating the shit out of that dude probably like the end of the second into the third, end of the second to when it was stopped in the fourth. He was angling this guy's fucking face. But anyways, I had the bright idea because I had went to a smoke shop and grabbed some shit that I wasn't supposed to. But I looked on the counter and saw that I saw these little chocolate bars and I go, hey, what are those? And they're like, these are special chocolates. I'm like, oh, are they supposed to be in a dispensary? And he goes, no, they're other good chocolate bars. I'm like, oh, okay. I will definitely try one. It's microdosed. I have not ever experienced that in a microdose state, these chocolates. And I had one. I had it at a certain point where it was just the right microdose of this chocolate. And I was enjoying the UFC fight. I didn't freak out on anything. I wasn't having a bad issue with nothing. I was enjoying life. And I was appreciating shit. And that's one thing I liked about doing, other things, that the next day I just woke up with so much gratitude and be like, oh my God, everything's so illuminated right now. It's fucking great. This felt awesome, especially being in my 40s. I can't fucking wig out and do that shit anymore because I'll just be like, oh my God, fucking the bills are chasing me. I can't fucking do it. You don't want to wig out like on dumb shit. We're good. So I did it right. I've experienced all the bad, traumatic shit that I've done in my past to know that I know my limits. So with that being so perfect, it just kickstarted my, this euphoric. It's not even like, it wasn't even euphoric. That was probably like a bad word to use right now, but it just kicked off like this vibe and this aura around me. For me personally, just like of just positivity. Like I feel great. Like I feel I don't have any drama really going around besides that barbecue thing. And even then, before I did that over the weekend, it was weighing heavy. Now it's like, it wasn't like, okay, I'll figure it out. I got this. No big deal. We got this. And then 3 days later, I get my Christmas gift. Holy shit. People, I might buy a lotto ticket tomorrow and you'll never hear me again. No, I'm sorry. No. First off, I would never do that. First off, you'd probably see me like on the internet because I have like a badass setup. You know, I would never stop doing podcasting. I would just have like this really ultimate studio just for me to fucking be a piece of shit, but like high tech. So, yeah. So getting back to story of the year in Seosin, I'm going to mesh all these up, and it just like, it hit me like, I really want to do this, and it's going to kickstart me in the right direction to start getting out of my writer's block, to get me healthy, to get me outside and get fit. I recently opened up my Instagram and I saw that locally they're doing just like a 6 to 12 or 6 mile to a half marathon trail run in my area. And I was like, fuck, a month. There's no way I can get ready in a month to do 6 miles. I know personally right now, I would struggle through that. I'd probably faint. And I don't want to push myself if I know I'm not ready. But I want to get ready for a marathon next year. I'm getting married to my fiance next year. So I need to start working out. I got to look good. So when we take pictures, I'm not all dumpy and big fucking double chin. I'll have to grow my beard out again so I can avoid that situation. But all this stuff right now is meshing me and my future in a good path. And it just like dawned on me, all this stuff. Like, you're going to start writing this one little LP that whether it gets listened to or not, you're just going to be stoked that it's done. It's like, fuck, it's done. Right on. It's good. It's good for me. And maybe like my daughter or something like that. Maybe she might enjoy it. I mean, she might think it sucks. If she breaks it in front of me, I would fucking die laughing. Like, wow, you wasted all that time stressing for nothing. You could have just started playing some music for your daughter and she said it sucked, and you'd be like, okay, what's the point? And saved yourself all this suffering. Hey, you never know. You never know. So, anywho, people, I'm just going to let it go the way it is. I'm going to leave you with this little thought right here. If you have an idea, if you have like, how can I say this? If you don't think you can start something for yourself, don't think that way. Just think of how you can build it from the beginning, from the ground up first. And don't try to put it all together as one. I don't know if this, like I said, and if I've been manifesting this, but me and my fiance have been cooking for almost the entire time we've been together. For ourselves, you know, friends, family, other people. And we're going on 7 years in February. And this is just now starting to kick off at almost the end. We're going to be together for 7 years in February. It's only like 5 months away. And it's just now, right now, 6.5 years later, it's just now starting to pop. But we just kept doing it. We always thought like, hey, this would be great if we can. And now look, it's happening. And it's fucking crazy. It's a feeling that you're just like, oh my God, something that I'm doing is now like starting to receive some sort of, it's not like acknowledgement, but it's starting to pop. And me, I never even thought like anything I would do would just pop since I was in my band back in 2003. You know, when we played shows, we'd get acknowledgement, and they were already established before I even joined the group. So I just weaseled myself into that fandom. But like this thing that like me and my fiance created from the ground up it's something special. So whether you're writing music, you want to write a song and put it on SoundCloud or whatever the fuck you want to do, just do it. Just fucking put it out there. Here's the thing. Whether you're a painter, whether you're a musician, whether you're a comedian, anything that hits like the public eye for visuals and eargasms, somebody's going to like you. Whether you are ugly or beautiful or big or not big, someone's gonna love you. The thing about it is how much you want to pursue it. I don't know if you guys like that one. I didn't even like why I said that, but I did. Just do you and just keep pursuing it. It may take longer than you expect, but it's going to happen if you want it to. Most people are like, I give up on this. It's not instant gratification. When it comes down to your dreams, comedians say it takes 10 years before you get good at being a comedian. Before you get good at it. Oh my God. Imagine. And just the greatest musicians in the world that, they've only been doing it for 20 fucking years. Come on. I'm just now, I haven't been in my group since 2004 or 5. I think 5. So we're going on 20 years and I haven't written a full fucking song since then. I have parts of everything. But hearing this and having a game plan, I know in the next year, I'll have something. I hope to have one whole complete song in the next month. I would like to. I would like to learn this shit, these couple songs, because I'm only going to learn like 3 or 4 songs per album. So it's not going to be like super crazy, but I like to learn those in the next month and start writing music right after that. I really would. I don't want to lose momentum. So as soon as I learn how to play these songs, and hopefully by the time I am learning multiple songs, I'm like, oh, I'm getting ideas. Things will start rolling in my favor. People, thank you so much for returning to this podcast. I know I sound like a jackass sometimes, but I mean well in all ways. And I love everybody in all shapes and forms. Bam! Anywho, please go subscribe on all Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Where else are we on? We are on SoundCloud. We're on YouTube. We are on Instagram. Go follow us and rate us everywhere. But most importantly, keep positive and stay classy. Peace, y'all.